Well, hello, Dark Alley detectives. Welcome to February and the mystery of the vanishing hat. That no matter what I do, I can't stop from behaving like I need an exorcism. Sorry about the hat. Even if I hold perfectly still, I don't, I don't think I can make it stay. I'm so sorry. I'll be brief. Well, I wanted to show you my costume. Um, 1912 is what I typed into the search bar. 1912 costume, and I had two to choose from. Now, see, this is for when I do all the author events. Almost always I'm in this costume. The hat, obviously, is easy to spot in a crowd, um, and people remember me by my costume. Uh, at any rate, I had two options. The first one was Mary Poppins, and I'm not going to do that to Mary Poppins with murder mysteries. So that didn't work out. The other choice was Titanic, which sank in 1912, as you know. So this was legally a Titanic costume. It's classic Edwardian with the high waist the and the poofy hat. Can you get any foofier than this? I don't know if you can. And I've got a typewriter key necklace gifted to me by a girlfriend. And I even have the pocket watch, Levita Brown's pocket watch, which is super fun for me to put on my display. And I even have the stickers and things created for my events. At any rate, a lot of people know me by my costume. I just wanted to show you at least once um, what that was all about. And I have a good time with that. I do go up to Idlewild for their events. The Idlewild Area Historical Society, where I did a lot of research, actually carries my paperbacks in their gift shop, which is fantastic. It's a beautiful drive up there. Highly recommend if you ever get the chance to visit Idlewild. And two other little notes of interest. I've got audiobooks coming out in the Idlewild series, Slow But Sure. I have a fantastic narrator, Mimi Belinsky in New York, who is working her way through the series. And Levita Brown Comes Home, book two, is out now. And Shadows in Chinatown keeps moving up in the ranks for the SIBA Awards. At the moment, it's at finalist, and I'm going to put that link in the newsletter on the 19th. If you want to go check out what's going on there, I'm very honored to be listed with so many fantastic mystery authors um, in the category of finalist. So, movement on both series. We're doing great. And of course, working on this next one. Before we go further, though, I need to know how you're feeling about Substack, how we're doing so far. Chapter 4 dropped last Saturday. You've probably noticed it's a little different than reading just a regular book because it's serialized and each chapter drops individually. Substack likes some version of a graphic to make a thumbnail. So I've just been adding at the beginning of each chapter a graphic related to that chapter, like an alligator. I think that's what I did the other day. Um, but I could put a book cover or some other version of graphic there. So I'm thinking about that if that's what we want to do with this next book, the new one we're writing. Obviously, I don't have a cover for it yet, so we'll have to get creative with that one. The other thing that is different at the end of every chapter, I'm going to have to put navigation buttons, right? So I don't want you to get started on chapter one and then have to figure out where you go to read chapter two. When I'm reading, I just want to turn the page and keep right on going. So at the bottom of each chapter, two buttons. One says read the previous chapter. If you want to go back and, you don't quite remember where the plot was. And then the next button is read the next chapter. So theoretically, you jump in chapter one and you can just read to the end and click the next button. It'll take you straight to the next chapter for a really nice, cohesive reading experience. That's what we're after. Of course, every chapter has a spot on the bottom for comments. That's new, right? Um, You can leave comments anytime you want, anywhere you please, and theoretically, I'll get notified and I can respond to those in a timely fashion. I would love your feedback on anything from the format to the content. Um, so it's different, but I think we're going to have a good time. Um, the nav buttons, yeah. And then I couldn't decide if a table of contents would be helpful or not. You can let me know about that. Um, I don't see anyone going to a table of contents to navigate particularly. I have the copyright page, the dedication, all of that listed up front. But other than that, I'm not sure about that. That's something that I'm kicking around at the moment. Um, it's February. On the 19th, my newsletter drops, so you're going to get that. And on that day, I'm going to have a paid membership drive um, to practice, actually. Why would you pay now instead of when I drop the paywall in April? Well, not only are you getting in at 30% off, so I'm going to have a 24-hour discount. So the subscription will end up being $4 a month for what that's worth. You can decide if you like that idea or not, but you're also getting in on the ground floor of this because I'm in the middle of all the research and planning for not just book one, but the entire series. Um, so what I'm going to do, if you go ahead and start early, if you jump in now, um, I'm going to send you a secret ballot, and you guys are going to name all of the characters for the books, except for the main characters, Mr. and Mrs. Deal. They've already got their names, but there's going to be employees and neighbors and bad guys, good guys, and dead guys. There's going to be plenty to choose from. Um, and you'll get to name them. The characters aren't simply in book one. Obviously, we're going to have characters that go through the whole series. How many books are going to be in the series? I'm aiming for 7. And I think that's very deliberate because in a minute, when I read the working blurb, you're going to see why. Because we're serializing this and we need to, we don't need to, but we can. We can add so many fun components to this. Um, Here we go. Let's see. Let me get the blurb up. This is the working blurb. It's flexible. I hold things very loosely this early in the game, so it could change. But at the moment, this is what I've got that I'm working on. Welcome to Mortuary Row in Los Angeles, California, 1914, home of the Real Deal Mortuary, where Hattie Deal just found a body in the wall and a logbook that shouldn't exist. Hattie Deal thought she knew 3 things about her new husband. His name is Louis Deal, he's a Pinkerton detective, and he's only afraid of horses. 2 of 3 are lies. 3 weeks into married life, Hattie discovers a skeleton behind the walls of the mortuary her husband has just inherited. The dead man? Her husband's great uncle, missing for 19 years. The murder weapon? Still missing. The murderer? Very likely the late great-aunt-in-law, a woman with a talent for keeping secrets and disposing of bodies. But the real mystery isn't who killed Uncle Cornelius. It's why the inheritance papers list her husband's name as Aloysius Pemberton Fortenberry. When Hattie finds her aunt's logbook, 20 years of coded death records marking some in red ink, some in black, and 13 in mysterious gold, she realizes her husband's family didn't just run a mortuary. They ran a game, a deadly one, and someone thinks Aloysius is still playing. Somehow, Hattie must ally her chain-smoking, limp-denying detective husband's biggest fear, losing her to a decades-long game of manipulation and double crossings. Because the dead keep records, and the records keep secrets, and the secrets keep killing. So that's our working blurb. And the most exciting thing to me is that I can include graphics and clues and ciphers and things like that in the actual body of the chapters that I'm dropping. So you'll be able to work on the mystery along with Hattie and race her to the conclusion by the end of the book. That's the goal. Um, so I want to put ciphers, codes, something like that, that are ongoing that we can work on together. And then you can jump on Facebook, you can jump on Substack and do notes and chats and things like that with each other, or leave me some messages, and I won't give it away. At any rate, I'm really excited about this new project. It's going to be fun. This is next to last. So I'm going to do another video in March. And then to kick off April, we're going to do a Substack Live, which is this, only you're going to be with me and we can talk in real time instead of you just sitting there listening to me. That's no fun. Okay, so until next time, enjoy yourself. Give me your feedback. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk soon.